Well, he's known for putting bad guys in the Fox 2 Hall of Shame. But what you might not know about problem solver Rob Wolchek is that he's a huge basketball fan.
Specifically, a big Pistons basketball fan. And Rob's here to introduce you to another huge fan of the team who's making a name for himself. Rob.
Yeah, Taryn and Roop, you know, I'm one of those nuts who watches the Pistons games whether they're good or bad. They're real good this year, but man, finding other die-hard Pistons fans in the past few years has been pretty tough. But I connected with a guy online. He watched all the games. He always believed. He loved the Pistons. Now he's turning his Pistons passion into Pistons popularity. Say hi to Pistons Jack, the biggest Detroit Pistons fan in the country. There's no argument because the country is Australia.
Here in Australia, I was born. Heave away, haul away.
Now, do you think you're bringing good luck to the Pistons?
You know what? I think I actually am.
Yeah, the team's on an 8-game win streak, and Jack is on his first trip to the Motor City to see the team he's been cheering on for a dozen years from down under.
It's been tough. There hasn't been a whole heap to cheer about, but the Pistons to me are very special in a different way. So no matter what, win, lose or draw, I'll watch every game.
Yep, this 29-year-old from Melbourne isn't a fair weather fan. He's a Fad Dinkum fan.
A lot of people are bandwagon fans. They like to come on once the team is good. You know what I mean? So, but Jack was there and sticking with us through all of that. So, and those are the things that really stuck out to our organization.
That's AJ, Pistons brand manager. He discovered this Aussie influencer the same way I did. I'll get to that in a minute. First, here's the story. It started with Andre Drummond.
I just loved the way he played. Like, he put up big stat lines, and yeah, it just made me feel really good.
In 2013, Jack's parents got cable where he was able to see NBA basketball. He loved it. Nothing like the cricket or footy he was used to watching. And he loved one guy in particular, Andre Drummond.
When I was in my early teens, if I was feeling anxious, sad or weird about certain things, being able to turn on League Pass, watch Andre play for the Pistons for that 2.5, 3 hours feels like I'm the happiest person.
Pistons therapy, you might say. Jack never missed a game, even though Melbourne is 16 time zones ahead of us. So he might be up at 4 a.m. on an Australian Sunday watching a game that's live here on Saturday afternoon. A few years ago, Jack started live tweeting the games. I started reading and responding to those tweets myself, never imagining the superfan was actually a kid a half a world away. But Jack never imagined what would happen next.
My background before this was construction.
Tired of running a jackhammer, Jack decided to turn his Pistons passion into his profession.
I kind of realized that this is what I want to do. So I want to make Pistons content full time.
He launched his brand, Pistons Jack. His family and friends thought he was bonkers.
When they find out I do Pistons content, they normally kind of know who the team is, but they're like, why the Pistons? Like, their past 12, 15 years have been, you know, they've been down the bottom. But like I said, like, the Pistons is everything to me.
Jack turned to the only broadcaster he knew for some tips, his follower, Rob Wolchek. That's when I found out he was from Australia. Now I appreciated Jack even more because I love Australia. Here I am in 2012 in Sydney with my family. And yeah, all Wolcheks love the Pistons as well. I mean, we had a dog named Chauncey. A few months ago, Pistons Jack put out this tweet.
For complimentary flights and accommodation, oh my God.
And Monday night, he went to his first game at Little Caesars Arena, a win over the Hawks. It was special for many reasons. He got a chest bump from beef stew. And all-star Cade Cunningham picked Jack out of the crowd.
Cade's the last person I would ever expect to know what I do.
Pistons Jack is famous.
He said, I'm going to sign this jersey and get it brought back out to you. And it was just a crazy moment, really special. He was just so genuine. I think that's the thing that took me back. Like, he was smiling. It was just a really, really nice moment.
His content is great. It's not just, you know, some mediocre. You could really feel the amount of love and passion that he has.
3 NBA championship trophies. Yeah, Jack's in Pistons paradise. So, what do you think of those?
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are they the real ones?
I don't know. Yes. Are they the real ones? Are these the real trophies? Wow. Australia may have didgeridoos, koalas, and kangaroos. Detroit, conies.
So what am I trying here? Coney dog.
You're trying a Coney dog, yeah. Okay. I take Pistons Jack to American Coney Island for lunch. Grace is the gracious host.
Sweet onions, mustard in the bun. Life-changing.
All right, let's do it.
Very excited.
Sounds good?
Have a seat, guys.
It ain't no shrimp on the bobby, but what do you think?
That's actually really nice.
Over lunch, of course, we talk Pistons. That game in Sacramento.
Yeah.
The game in Sacramento. A boomer from the U.S. and a millennial from down under. Never met before, but fast friends. The magic of the fact that we became friends on Twitter. I mean, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's insane. Like the fact I reached out to you for some advice on some journalism stuff and just the bond we have over the Pistons to be here with you in Detroit. It's crazy.
Going to Australia, heave away you ruler.
And good for the Pistons organization for recognizing Jack and other fans from around the globe. They flew Jack in and put him up at a hotel for his undying belief in the team. You can find Pistons Jack on X and on Instagram and YouTube. He'll be at the game tomorrow night and Saturday. The Pistons have not lost a game since he's been here. Let's go Pistons.
Let's keep him in town then. If you haven't lost a game since he's been here.
Is that crazy? I mean, like this guy,
Love it.
you know, a few years ago, I'm a nut who watches the games. I mean, my wife was like, you know, she loved the Pistons when they were Chauncey and Rip and all those guys. You know, she lost interest, and I'd watch all the games. And I was looking for a friend, and here I'm seeing this guy tweeting all this positive stuff about the Pistons, never realizing he was a guy down in Australia, and he's the biggest Pistons fan in the country.
So how long is he here? How long is he here now?
So he's here. I think he's here through this weekend. They flew him out, I think, on Saturday.
How nice.
So, yeah, it's really cool. And he's a really nice young man. He's 29. He came out here with his girlfriend, and she's kind of a social media whiz, too. And they're kind of starting their own companies and doing their things. It's pretty awesome. And I got along great with the guy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I got kids younger than him. And
you have a lot in common with him. You both love the Pistons. And again, not just as a fan who comes and goes, you literally are not a fair weather fan. You're a diehard fan, so is he. A lot in common there. That's awesome.
He's a big fan, and we had no problem talking, and it was cool, man.
He's making a living
It was just cool. I thought it was a cool little story, too.
Thanks, Rob. Very good.